Hello and welcome. On today's video, I'm going to be keeping with the Halloween theme carvings, and I'm going to be carving this little scary cat. Isn't it spooky? I'm going to be using a piece of basswood to carve it with, and it's 2 by 2 by 4. And I just drew out a cat, and then I made a template, and I just simply lay it on there and trace it out, and then take it over to my bandsaw and cut off the excess. You don't need to use a bandsaw if you don't have one. You can do it with a knife or whatever, but I have a bandsaw, so it just kind of saves some time. Not that I'm in a hurry. So I've been working with wood most of my life, and if any of you watched this channel before, you've seen that I make a lot of furniture and all that kind of stuff, and traditional longbows. But 3 weeks ago I got into carving, and I've been carving these little guys. It just kind of became like a little obsession because it's so therapeutic and meditative. I just really enjoy it. I wish I would have started a long time ago, but I guess I wasn't ready or whatever. I'm not sure why, but anyway, I like this little guy. He's got kind of looks like Mr. Magoo. Anyway, having fun with it, so I'm gonna go cut this out, and then I'll be back and we'll start carving. Alrighty, so here we go. I have the mount, or I have it all cut out, relief cuts. And first thing I'm gonna do is put my glove on. This is a cut resistant glove. And then I like to wear this on my thumb. I'm gonna start out by doing some relief cuts. So I'm gonna establish where I want the legs. And they're gonna be somewhere around here. And the feet are going to be right here. This is just approximate, so I don't want them too thick. So, and the back legs are going to be roughly right here, somewhere around through there, like that. I think you can see that. So I'm trying to get the lighting right. I apologize if the lighting is a little off. This is like new to me as far as like filming these carving stuff. So yeah, roughly right around and through here. I think that'll work right there. And I'll just start removing. So I'm going to remove a bit of this section right here, and I'm just going to use paring. There we go. I'm not going to get in a real big hurry. I'm going to try to make this video as short as I can, but with as much information as what I can give, or actual video footage. And I'm gonna cut into here. And just make a stop cut right here. It's crazy, my battery on my camera's already flashing. I thought I had a full battery, so evidently I don't. I'll let it go until it stops, I guess. Alrighty. All right, just popping this out. Kind of get an idea where this leg is going to be. And the front leg is going to be inside here a little bit. So, but I also want it to come down a little bit too, like this one. So I'm going to make a little cut right here. And that's going in there pretty nicely. And then just make a, I think they call it a V-cut, kind of, or a stop cut. And then right over here. Kind of push. All right, so I'm going to just remove this. I got this established to where the front leg and the back leg, and I'm just going to remove this right here. And I'm just using some push cuts. I'm chipping that out of there. And so once I get this cut out a little bit more, I'll come back and show you what I've done. So, okay, so I got this kind of roughed in. Now I'm going to work on this back leg a little bit. And one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back off a little bit and just simply round it off a wee bit. So, didn't mean to go that deep, but oh well. Okay, so I'm just kind of eyeballing this, and I'm gonna cut it down like that, and then come over and round it off. So that foot is a little disproportionate. Oh. All right. Alrighty. We're getting somewhere now. Well, I've been using this tool a little bit too, every once in a while in these like really hard to get areas, and that I don't know, my knife seems to be too long to get at. It seems to work pretty nice. And it has some gouges, but I don't really use those very much for whatever reason. So. All right, I want to cut this back just a hair bit, so I'm just going to make a little stop cut just like that, and come over, and yeah, just like that. And now I can round this a little bit right here. There we go. Like I said, this video is just more about me kind of roughing this out. As far as the real fine details, you know, that's something that takes a lot of time. But I'll get some of the I'll do, you know, as much detail work as I can. But anyway, All right, so there's a start. Now I'm going to basically clean this up a little bit on this back side. And then I'm going to do the same over here just by removing this. And when I'm almost done with this side, I'll show you. Alrighty, so I started taking some of this away, rounding it off, trying to get it proportioned. And so I'm almost got this pretty much roughed in, and I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm just making a cut along the line that I drew for, that's going to be the leg. And then I'm just coming back underneath here, trying not to go too deep, and just slowly chipping this away and working at it. And then likewise on this back leg. I don't want to go too deep, but also want to keep it to where, you know, you can tell that it's obviously a back leg and a front leg, but, you know, but not take off so much or make the legs so bulky that it looks disproportionate or whatever. So that's kind of the goal. And let me see if I can get it. This is kind of, like I said, this is kind of a bugger to get in here with the knife. This is all these are the knives that I have. I don't know where the other one's at. So that one's like 2 inch. This is probably 1 3/4. And this one is, I don't know. All right, so anyway. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop on this right here right now, and I'll come back to it and clean it when I do the final cleanup. Like I said, not to take too much away, because it's, you know, it's harder to, once you get it, if you take too much off, it's a real pain in the, you know, try to proportion it to where it actually turns out good. So right now I'm just going to work on the front, and I'm going to do this, make these little relief cuts right here for the front legs. And kind of round it off right there. And if you see this right here, this little piece chipped off, it's just, you know, it's kind of hard to judge the grains, and sometimes that happens. So I'll just try to blend it in to where you can't see it. But back to what I was doing. So now I'm just going to make a cut. Just come right down that way, a little V cut, and do the same. Alrighty, so yeah, this is a lot of fun. I mean, you know, getting into these little spots can be kind of tedious, but it's still fun. I mean, you know. All right. And then I'm going to round this, clean this up just a hair. Maybe come down just a little bit more. Follow that line. Go about halfway. And pop it out. There we go. And the other way. All right, cool. All right. So now, clean it up a bit. So I'm going to round these edges of these right here so they're not so square, just by barely taking a little bit off, just kind of round it off a little bit. And come in here, pop a little bit more of that off. All right. Kind of a little tedious spot to get to it, but I do have this that I can use. Just keep messing with it until I get it. And it seems to do the trick. All right. Okay, so that's looking more and more like a cat. So now what I want to do is I want to address this tail. So I'm going to take this down and just kind of round the tail off. Right there. And then kind of so, all right. And I'm just going to soften these corners on this tail without breaking it. The crazy thing is that you got to be really careful with the way that the grains go, because you'll have the problem where a big chunk will come off like I did on this front foot. So that's what, going into that, that's kind of what I'm worried about happening. But I think I just kind of just take a little teeny bit off at a time, just like that. Yep. So, and like I say, after I get it all shaped out and get everything cut in, then I go back and do the really fine details. This is just basically, you know, trying to get it as close as what I can. But as far as the final detail, that's just kind of a thing where you have to just go really slow and keep looking at it and figure out what needs to be removed and what can stay, and so on and so forth. Okay, I got the front and the back, or the sides, kind of cleaned up to where you can see, I don't know, making out. Now I'm going to round this back off, and then we're going to start working on the head of the cat. So here we go. Kind of make it proportionate. Right. All right. I'm going to take that off just a little bit, round it off a little bit. I'm just constantly like taking a little bit off and then looking at it, spinning it around. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty proportionate. A little bit right there though. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Other than that, right there. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on the back of the head. I can tell that these ears are a little disproportionate. So you can see right there. So now I'm going to start shaping these ears. And here we go. And I drew a center line too, so I don't know if you could see the center line, but I do have a center line right there. And the battery's about ready to die on the camera. What? All right. All right, I'm getting there. Some parts of this wood can be kind of hard to get through, like this section, but it's not impossible. So, alrighty, we're getting there. Let's do this side. I'm just trying to clean all this up. Get rid of these lines. Get rid of that, whatever it is that's making it kind of a pain to carve through, which is on the back as well. Right. So those ears are looking pretty good. All right, so I cleaned this up, the back of it up a little bit, and the sides too. Kind of pretty rough right there, but anyway, so now what I want to do is I want to start working on this face. And I can tell you right now that these jaws right here have to come down a little more. So I'm just going to bring them in just a little bit. All right, so here we go. I think that's going to work. So, and I'm going to angle the whole thing this way without breaking it off. Yep, see, now I got to go the other way. There we go. Now this side. So I'm trying to angle this to where you can see what I'm doing, and it's kind of hard to get it because I got to go at it at this direction. So bear with me. I'm bringing it around just a little bit. So right here, I'll just come down just a little bit. It was too much, but whatever. I hate when I do that. So, where's my other knife at? Right here. All right. I can work with that. I still got this little bit right here that I need to take off. For some reason it's kind of protruding through and bothering me. There we go, I think. Clean this neckline up. All right. And I'm gonna round this off just a wee bit right here. Right. So we're getting there. So now I'm going to clean this up and I'll come back. I get a little bit more to clean up right here. And I'll come back and we'll start carving out the eyes and making the face. Okay, so let's put the finishing touches on this bad boy by drawing in the face. So I'm going to put the eyes in first. Make a V. All right. So now I'm going to have these poking out. So these are sticking out like an 8. So I'm going to do a little stop cut right here. Around on the lines that I drew in. And come around without having it slip off and cut my thumb. That wouldn't be good. All right, so now I'm just going to go under that and make a little kind of like a V cut. Not do that, what I just did. That's okay. I think I could remedy that. And I'll show you how. So, not the end of the world. It was weird that kind of all flaked out like that, but oh well. And you hear my dog. The neighbors have the audacity to put their trash can away. So he wants to talk to him and tell him otherwise, or he's trying to take a nap. And then do the top. Okay, so there's some eyes. And now we're going to draw in the nose. Right there. And come down with the mouth. All right, here we go. Around the nose. All right, so I cut the nose out. The battery died on my camera, I should add. So while I was trimming out this nose. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this, the mouth. I want him to be a scary cat. So just gonna simply make a cut right here. And dig it out. Do kind of like an undercut. Yeah, there we go. I think you can see that. And if I can get in there. All right. I just kind of tinker with it until I get it to look proportionate. For some reason, this little piece is chipping off, not cooperating as like I would like it to, but I will make it cooperate. I think I will. I'll do my best. All right, so I'm just going to go a little bit more right here. All right, so I'm going to clean these jaws up, the tops of these a little bit, kind of round them off a little bit right here. All right, so this is still pretty rough. It's got a lot of refining to do, but you get the idea. And, you know, I'll go through and touch up the face a little bit more and around the eyes. Cut these little notches out right here for kind of give it that diamond eye look or whatever, you know, how a cat's eyes are. There we go. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to make these videos to where they're not too long but yet informative, you know, so it's a learning curve. But there's the cat. It was a block of wood when I started out, and that's what it'll look like when I paint it. So I'm just having fun with this and hope that you guys got something out of this, and remember to wear your glove and be safe, and yeah, just have fun. See you next time.